Extra, extra. Read all about it. I know, hold on. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. This is too close. It's all up in my grill. Oh, shaky camera, I apologize. Hey guys, welcome to Born Without Boundaries. This is the live daily reading on YouTube, so yay! I know it's a little bit late. I get it. I understand. Let's do this anyway. First and foremost, I've been starting off my lives by reading from Llewellyn's Witch's Datebook. I do this so that I can check in where the universe is at. Like I said, that I'm studying astrology. And I do like to basically check in on a daily basis. And this book really kind of makes it very accessible. Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. The moon is appropriately in Scorpio. You can't make this up, right? And the color is rose. This is also a planting day. Planting as in planting seeds for working, just working, planting the seeds, planning and making, cultivating, doing the dirty work so that you can reap the benefits later on. This is one of those days. So I hope all of you have something productive to do today. I don't know if we're all stuck inside or where you are on this planet, but I have to say, in some weird way, I have not felt closer to everybody on this planet than I do right now during this coronavirus. If anything, hey, what's up? TJA. What's up, girl? Hey! What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Howdy to you. I can't, my camera is far away from me, so I can't necessarily see, who's popping on. But what's up? Hi to everybody who's jumping on. In some strange freaking way, I have never felt closer to everybody on this planet than I do right now. If there's one thing this coronavirus has proven, it's that we truly are a global, we're global. We're global. There is no countries, there are no borders. It's okay to have that kind of pride in who you are and where you come from, but we are really all in this together. And if we didn't have so many similarities between us, this virus wouldn't be so contagious. I know it's 100% dependent upon the fact that we have so much in common with one another, that's the way that it can proliferate itself, because we have so much in common, and it can jump from one to the other and not get something different. So what an amazing time, I think, to live in, when we can realize that, yeah, we are really close together. Sometimes it feels like I guess on some level, it feels like we've never been so far apart. We've never been so far apart. But that's not true. This little virus connects us all. So true. It's so true. There's just this energy of we are really one big connection, aren't we? There's always one way for us to connect to the other. I don't know. I feel like everybody's inside now, watching on the internet, maybe home shopping, all that stuff. But it's like all of us are going through that right now. All of us are going through a similar maybe fear. All of us are going through maybe a similar paranoia, maybe taking similar preparations. There's just never been a time I think when we actually came together so well than because of this freaking virus. It's just really interesting. I do. I think there are of course those bad news, those stories that you hear that come out about people mistreating other people because they're ignorant, plain and simple. But ultimately, I just feel the world is a closer place now. I know that's strange. I'm just gonna go with it. Let me shuffle the cards. It's what I do. Shut up and shuffle. This is a daily message for anybody that needs to hear it. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Amber. You know you don't have to do that, Amber. But I appreciate you, of course. This is a daily reading for all signs. It's a general message for anybody who can hop on and share some time with each other. I'm really grateful for you all. I know it's almost like I missed the right time. I feel like these lives, especially on YouTube, there's like their timing matters, and I guess I just hit it one step too late. You know what the real thing is? I need to take a break. I do. This whole morning I was like cleaning my house. Had to run the big steam cleaner that I rented back to Home Depot. It's just there's always something, and I'm starting to sell all my stuff because, as you guys know, I am moving. So I'm getting that in order too. There's just been a lot of craziness going on behind the scenes. So I have not gotten out the quotes that I usually release and all of those things, and I feel a little bit behind. Let's put it that way. I'm supposed to go see my son in Florida on the 25th, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. You know, I know, but my brother was coming, and now he's not because of the virus. My mother was coming, but now she's not because of the virus. And my mother, it makes a lot of sense because she's 79 years old. She has kidney problems. She needs a wheelchair, not daily, but she needs a wheelchair in the airport. So I understood why, you know, she doesn't feel really comfortable. In fact, there have been warnings issued for older people who are in the most vulnerable demographic to stay home. So I get that. I understand that. I also understand my brother. I totally understand it. He's just waiting to see how all of this, you know, pans out. And so I get it. I get all of that. I'm not mad at anybody. I just really was looking forward to the whole family getting together and sort of celebrating my son's accomplishments, because he's worked really hard, and he's about to compete in his first aerobatics competition. And I was so excited about it. And then this comes along. But there's a message behind everything. There's a meaning behind everything. And this moment matters. And I'm not really sure how it's going to pan out that it matters, but I just know that this is a huge shift, some sort of turning point. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Let me start shuffling these cards. What's the message that needs to come out? For anybody and everybody that needs to hear it. Upside down, in reverse, Wheel of Fortune. So things maybe have not been going so well. You think? You think? Kind of like a total shutdown, seclusion, isolation, absolutely. Things working out, not necessarily horribly, but not the way that you wanted them to. Let's put it that way. There's a full moon here. It's almost like the dark side of the moon. Let me keep going. The Empress is here. This is a very, not lucky, but prosperous energy. There is a sense of having all the resources that you need and feeling really good. So this is health, this is life, this is vitality. This is a new start. And then the High Priestess, that's the future. So this may be where we're starting, which is things closing down and not happening the way that we want them to, or maybe even a little bit unlucky, right? But then we have the Empress and the High Priestess that both came out, and this is the energy of 5. So it's almost like our fortunes are changing, and the High Priestess is connection with spirit, divine intervention, but also what is set up to happen. Coming in real quick. Coming in real quick, fast, rapid movement, messages coming in really quick. You know, I said to myself, and this is going to be sound regarding the cards, because these are all major arcana: the Wheel, the Empress, the High Priestess, all major arcana. there are shifts that are happening externally from us. There's this interesting energy of something larger at play. And I've heard more than one person say it. And I know that a lot of people are feeling it. That there is something bigger than us happening right now. And this virus is simultaneously shifting and playing into all of that. Especially people keeping themselves isolated or sort of first response, the connectivity to everybody else, staying in our homes. There's something bigger that for me has been overlying this the whole time. And if anything, is almost like divine communication striking Earth. If I can say that, share that with you guys. Because hey Jackie, I try not to be too metaphysical, too woo-hoo, but it's almost like divine, something from out there finally landing here. And I had jokingly said in my head, like thinking in my head, I said, if I were, I'm not trying to say, I'm just going to say it. If I were an alien, like an alien overlord, I would definitely send this shit down as a test. This would be the perfect test for aliens that were curious about landing here and definitely invading. This would be the perfect test to see how scared can we get these people and how easy will they be to control. Because if we can get people to stay inside and cancel everything for fear of a virus that we know 97% of them are going to survive, and how easy and how many resources can we save? Because these people are easy enough to control. And I thought that to myself. Now, I don't know if it's aliens. I don't know if it's gods. I don't know if it's some covert, like, black government, you know what I'm saying? Like, dark government type of thing. All I know is that I understand people's fear. But what I don't understand is the removal of common sense, because I know people are going to get ill. In fact, the ultimate projections is about 40 to 50% of us are going to get this virus. But that's 3.8 billion people are going to get this virus. But out of those 3.8 billion that do get it, only 3%, maybe in the worst case scenario, and it's looking more like 2, are going to pass away from this. And many, many, many more. And we know these numbers. And yet we stay at these alarmist rates and behavior in this alarmist fashion. And I think to myself, back in the old days, we used to introduce our kids to other children with chickenpox. Viruses didn't shut us in. Like, there was a sense of not being afraid of pain, suffering, and even death. And I'm not saying run toward it or don't try to contain it, but there is a sense of us now basically just shutting down in the face of it. And that does concern me. Now, some of us are not shutting down. We have to give major shout out. I have to give major shout outs to all the nurses and the doctors and the aides and all the phlebotomists, all the people who are doing blood work and stuff, people working for the CDC, people working for disease control. All these people, like, they're like, when the rest of us are like sitting back, they're going to town. And like, major gratitude to them for that. But this has all been on my head for a while. And I have been feeling, and you know the kind of work I do, so thank you guys for being supportive and listening to me. But some people are just going to think, hey, she's a crazy, she's a woo. I get that, but I have a feeling that there is something bigger than the coronavirus happening, and there is something larger at play. I have had that feeling since the beginning. Like, what are we getting out of this? What are we trying to see? Is this a drill? Is this a drill to set up all the networks that we'll need for when something is really, really going to harm us? Like, really, like, that's threatening to wipe out 75% of us? You know what I'm saying? Like, because understand, when we were facing the bubonic plague, that was the rate. 75% of everybody was dying. Like, that was it. And with Ebola outbreaks, even though it was easier to contain it, Ebola was taking about 90% of people down. Like, anybody who got it, you had a 90% chance of death, right? And HIV, Interestingly enough, I was just watching one of these little charts yesterday that says like the global death rates and what they're from. AIDS is still one of the top 20 throughout this world. So that HIV virus, even though in the United States and first world countries, we've gotten it under wraps. We've gotten it, we've with medication and stuff, and with and knowledge and information and learning how to contain it. It's still very deadly. So understand that HIV virus is tremendously deadly. It was throughout the 80s and 90s, it was a death sentence. If you got tested positive for HIV, you knew you were going from it. You knew you were going to die. So that is not what this is. And yet we are responding. And I don't know whether to be angry at us or impressed, because we are really responding top notch. We're closing down, we're shutting down, we're trying to take care of each other, we're worried about each other, we don't want to spread the disease. But we still have the doctors and the nurses who are taking care of everybody, and I think that, like, in one hand, I'm really impressed. I want to sit back and be like, wow, we are really pulling our shit together here. And on another side, I want to be like, it is really easy to scare us, isn't it? We have kind of lost all sense of being like, I get it, people die, I get it, people get sick, I get it, I could get sick, I get it, someone I love could get sick, I would be sitting there taking care of them if they did, like we've kind of lost that mentality. But on the other hand, we have kind of grabbed, in other words, we've lost like that one-on-one mentality, but we've developed this very global mentality of how do we take care of each other as a whole. Like, how do we look at the big picture and take care of the big picture? And that's really interesting. So in that aspect, I'm extremely impressed. But on the aspect of just being afraid of that one-on-one contact, that worries me, because I think that we can have them both, just to say that. Anyway, that's really on my mind. And these cards made me think about it. It's like something's coming down from the heavens. Something's happening. It could very well be, for those of you, I'm just studying astrology. So for those of you who really know the charts, like, make comments and let me know what is going on up there. That would reveal maybe something bigger happening, something else going on outside of like what would it be helpful for to have everybody locked in their doors? Like what to take like, literally, there's no cars on the streets. I've been stuck in traffic jams in Connecticut. I live right outside New York. Been stuck in traffic jams forever. There's no traffic jams anymore. For this whole week, there's no traffic jams anymore. Like, people just aren't going out. So what would be the benefit? Like, I'm just saying, if there was going to be some alien invasion, this would be the perfect time to like land your spaceships and be able to get away with it. I'm just saying. It might not be that. It may be something that has to do with something very, very human. I joke and I use it as a metaphor. It's like, but keeping people inside, it's like getting them off the streets. What would benefit from that? I just ask myself those questions. I think about those things all the time. Ace of Wands, so something new is beginning. And so there's my answer to my question. What's coming in really quickly? A whole new way of things. A whole new start. Central energy, interestingly enough, is rest, is calm, is reflection, is contemplation, staying inside and just relaxing. Not relaxing, but like, it's not relaxing. It's thinking things over. It's inspiring you to think about those things that may have escaped you or evaded you had you not had this time. There is time now for us to reflect upon, mourn for, learn from our losses, learn from our past mistakes, learn from those things that basically took life from others when we still have it. So that's what this is. A great movement in learning and understanding and being able to grow and develop out of this really larger scale event that's happening. Money. Let's not forget about money. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. But this is also like being in a holding pattern. not really being like things being unbalanced, things being uncertain, things not being sure. You have money. This could be resources being slim. We have the resources, but it's almost like we have to figure out how to use them correctly, which could be this larger scale reason for us keeping us all inside. Because even though we know 97% of us are going to survive this, we also know that a major majority of us is going to get this. And the run on the hospitals would be ridiculous if we all were exposed at the same time. Like, then we couldn't really help people, right? So keeping inside is really just slowing down things enough so that the people on the front lines, like the doctors and the nurses, etc., they can really like work on patients and take care of them so that we can really sort of balance our resources. That's what it is. I feel like that's maybe the bigger picture, is just balancing our resources, slowing the rate of growth so that our resources get. This is somebody who's easily manipulated. Really, this is somebody who is easily emotionally damaged, emotionally abused, or emotionally manipulated. Somebody who is easily manipulated. For me, sometimes the cards, the cup cards, when they're upside down, are actually lack of health too. So I do think this is like lack of resources, lack of understanding. Keeping us all in so that the people who do have a clue can do their work. That could be the bigger reason too. I'm happy with that. Not that it wouldn't be cooler if aliens were about to drop down on this bitch. I mean, tell me that would have been some cool stuff. But I think it more really realistically, it has to do with just having too few resources. King of Cups. This is also somebody who could drink too much. Once again, this is the Queen and King of Cups are in reverse. So this is somebody who is maybe emotionally abusive, emotionally manipulative. That's where we end up. The Tower here is upside down too, but we also have the Two of Wands. So things not connecting or gelling. How about this? Don't expect big movements in terms of advancements or things happening like job offers, etc., etc. Those things are not going to happen very quickly. I don't think that they're a priority on anybody's mind. But there's also a sense of somebody shutting you down. This King of Cups, taking away opportunity, taking away partnership, maybe just taking away connection. Ultimately, that's not a good outcome. Can you clarify, please? What is this? Yeah, poverty, resources, bringing us down to bare bones. Wait a second. Is this somebody trying to manipulate the you know what out of us to get our resources? Maybe I'm thinking too globally. Or no, I'm not. In other words, somebody is sitting pretty and getting a lot of resources from people dying and being locked away. This is the Queen of Cups upright now. You know what I think? It's those people who make us feel connected, and those people who, the healers, the Queen of Cups, like I said, upright is the healers. But those people who make us feel connected, they're the ones that are going to really shine right now. And it could be individuals too. We have Seven of Cups, delusion. Illusion, not trying to have too many options, confusion, trying to clear up all of the white noise. This is a female, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. That kind of brings everybody together and helps us see through all the craziness. I can't not say what I need to say. There is definitely something totally new being planted. It's almost like there's going to be an emergence of a new superhero. Not necessarily a real actual superhero, but like a new leader. Somebody who emerges as a new leader because they can make sense of all this craziness. They're planting the seeds right now as we speak. They're planting the seeds. In the midst of these fields of death, there's something else that's about to grow and bloom and blossom. And the Lover's card is here, which is intense connection, intense attraction. I am not surprised that in this moment of disconnect and craziness, that the seeds are currently being planted to come up and expand. Like, this is the major opportunity. If you're looking for opportunity, it's right here, right now, because there's never been a better time to start something new. There's never been a better time when we're in the midst of being afraid, and it's the person that's going to make everybody feel not afraid. It's the people that are going to heal, the people that are going to give, the people who are going to supply and come out and distribute and cut through all the craziness. It's those people that are really going to ultimately be the ones who are triumphing. And if you're talking about this on a small scale, there is a sense of great loss that was for one reason: to clear the plane and bring in something brand new. Central to our energy is watch and wait. I got this in my personal readings too. This energy of do not make any decisions right now. This is everything around us is telling us slow the down and wait, watch, get more information. We're at a stop sign right now. That's not where we build our homes, but we definitely have to collect information while we're here. This is that sense of we need stability. We need to, how do we give ourselves that stability? We give ourselves the time. We're being told, slow down. Don't keep moving that fast. Don't keep up this fast, hectic pace. Slow down. Work with and deal with less. Learn how to deal with less. Make more out of what you have. Most people are going to feel completely and totally drained and impoverished. Most people are going to feel like they have nothing and they're being set upon and they're being picked upon. That's not what's happening. If anything, this is a demonstration of how much we have. These are my angel messages cards. Archangel Michael is up, front, and center. Fear. I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present time. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. Heart and soul. When making your decision, take into account what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose through love, not fear. Archangel Michael. The path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. I'm telling you right now, the brave are going to stand out big time. I think this world has been run and operated by a lot of pussies. Like they're the ones at the helm of things now. And if one thing is going to be shut down, it's people who live their lives on fear and the spread of it. The people who are going to shine, the ones who are going to stand out, the ones that are still driving their cars, still walking their dogs, still believing in life, they're not the idiots. They're not the disease spreaders. Did you notice that? I have to say, and yeah, like this is my channel, so I'll say whatever I want to say. So did you notice that when the fear of death wasn't enough, like all the media started with these huge numbers just telling me how many people are dead, like the death toll is 2, which is nothing, right? But and I think now, I think internationally, globally, about 3,500 people have died globally. Once again, people, that's out of 7.5 billion. But I digress. When fear stopped working because people started talking about the realities of the situation, you know, the not only preventative care, but basically the numbers of why there really was no need to be afraid. When that truth and that information started to be distributed, you realized, thank you. Oh, Amber, you already gave me money. Thank you so much. If you realize this, that now in the past 2 days, I've been seeing a lot of memes, and you know, social media is a good judge of like people's character, like the mindset, the mentality of people now. I've been seeing a lot of memes like, well, I don't stay inside for myself. I stay inside to help others, right? And then just this morning, I was listening to 103.5. What was it? 103.5? Nothing. No. It wasn't 103.5. It was a radio station that I listened to. Anyway, it's an R&B station that I listened to, and one of the hosts was like ripping apart this guy who had gone on a plane after he had been like diagnosed with the coronavirus, just ripping him apart. And I'm like, okay, now I get it. When fear doesn't work, now we got to go to hatred. That's what's going to happen. Like that's the next level up. If fear doesn't work to make our asses do what everybody wants us to do, then we've got to go to the next level, which is hatred. Let's hate on people. Let's make the people who aren't scared the enemy. Because God forbid, like the biggest threat to cowards are people who are brave. The biggest threat to people who run their life on fear are people who are not afraid. They're the biggest threat in the world because it's like, I'm controlled. I'm like in catatonic with fear. But there are people who can move around through this. Yeah, there are. And we're not the enemies here. We're the way forward. We're the way forward. And we should be the inspiration. And thank God for those people who are not, like, if you didn't have, who do you think, you wouldn't have doctors and nurses if everybody was afraid of this stuff. If everybody was afraid of this stuff, you wouldn't have those people that were solving the problems. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now we have to go toward that. Well, make everybody the enemy who is really not the enemy. Make everybody the enemy who's not afraid of this. Make everybody the enemy who is trying to, like, not once the real numbers are out. 97% of us are going to survive this. We're going to get through it just fine. Those are huge numbers in our favor of surviving this, and yet nobody wants to talk about those numbers. Nobody wants to say anything about those numbers, and everybody wants to lock themselves in. We're shutting down schools. We're shutting down whole cities. We're shutting down everything. Yes, I understand. We need to stop the spread so that our healthcare professionals and people that are not scared of this, they can help people in certain increments. I understand that. But what I don't understand is turning this into reasons to hate and fear other human beings. That is just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Somebody who decides to get on a plane, they're not a killer, they're not a dope, for whatever reason, maybe he thought he didn't have it anymore. You know, how do you know? Like, if you're suffering from something, how do you know how long you're a carrier? You know, I mean, whatever the story is, I'm not hating on that dude because he wants to get out and live his life. Because the truth is, he's not a killer. Odds are, nobody else on that plane is even going to get it in terms of the numbers. In terms of the numbers. And if they do, nobody's going to die. This is not something that kills. It is not. I know that it's going to kill more people than the average flu, but this is not something that is killing people the way that we would presume it is by the actions we're taking. So all I'm saying is the fear has got to stop. The hatred has got to stop. That shit's got to be wiped off right away. It's just got to be done. We've got to be over with that. What we have to know is we are global. What happens in China affects us in the United States, affects us in wherever. We affect each other. We live here together. We really do. Oh my God, thank you so much. Girl, you don't have to do that. You are amazing. You are. I appreciate it. Thank you. We just got to, like, get our heads on straight. Like I said, if we didn't have, at the beginning of the reading, if we didn't have that much in common, then this virus wouldn't spread so easily. You got to have something in common for the virus to spread. That's how viruses spread, because we have a lot in common. So just to let you know, I know Tom Hanks and Rita, God bless them. God bless them for coming out and saying, hey guys, we got it. We're I think they're still in Australia. They were on some sort of a tour or something. I think they're still in Australia. They're like, we got it. We're human. We got it. We're dealing with it. Because they're both in their, Tom Hanks is what, 50s, 60s? So whether you realize it or not, like, Tom Hanks is in that demographic that is probably under the most threat, right? They're both in their 60s, I think. So it's like, and yeah, he's wealthy, he's got means, you know, he's probably got all the toilet paper he needs. But I love the fact that he just came out and said, you know what, we got it. We're doing what we need to do, you know, to get through this. I love the fact that he didn't, like, hide. I love that. I love the fact that he just joined the rest of us. He's like, you know, because he is. They're people too. I love that. To me, I love that. I even love these YouTube videos that are coming out now where people are talking using YouTube, and they're using their, like, when you're quarantined, at least you still have YouTube, right? You still have the internet. People are talking to other people, being like, I got through it. These were my worst symptoms. This was how everything was going. You know, we're talking to people who are, and when you listen to them, it's not all that bad. I mean, it is a bad flu, I'm telling you. In some cases, you're going to feel like you're going to die, but in most cases, that's it. And I know that I've heard, like, I've watched the you know, the medical videos about what's going on inside of your lungs and how the lungs don't pick up air, et cetera, et cetera. I know that this could be really horrifying and damaging. I understand that completely. It's not that I'm saying this is, but what I am saying is that most of us won't even get that far. Most of us won't even have to be hospitalized. We'll be able to stay home, get through this like it's a bad flu, and be done. And when I say most of us, I don't mean 55% of us. I don't mean 60% of us. I don't mean 75% of us. I'm talking 97% of us, or 90% of us. It's just going to be like a bad flu, right? And then maybe there's a little bit of a percentage on top where they're going to have to be hospitalized. And yeah, you know, we do have to keep the hospitals open and not go crazy so that those people who need attention can get attention, right? And maybe if we can slow down the spread of this so that, you know, as we get exposed, the medical professionals can help us. But I called my doctor's office the other day because I have allergies. I get allergies around this time every year. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should go get checked because, you know, I have an elderly mother and I don't want to be the one who dealt the deadly virus to her. You know what I'm saying? I called my doctor's office and they were not worried about me at all. Like, I'm not running a fever. I'm not really wheezing. Like my glands are a little swollen, but I don't have like I was coughing. They're like, yeah, they're not doing testing in doctor's offices. They're doing testing in the hospitals. And supposedly, according to President Trump, you're not supposed to be charged thousands of dollars for these tests. It's supposed to be easy to get and available. He done put billions of dollars toward all that shit. So if somebody's charging, I read a meme the other day that it's like $1,000 to get tested for this. Oh, no. Supposedly they just put billions of dollars into a lot of resources so that nobody should be charging you $1,000 for these fucking tests. This should be covered. And wouldn't that be the stupidest thing in the world? If you make these tests $1,000, nobody's gonna be tested. You're not gonna know anything. You're not gonna know who the hell has it. Who's gonna front that kind of money for a test? You really want to get this under control? You better be handing those tests out on the street. I mean, I'm serious. So think about it for a second. Don't go paying stupid money for stupid shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like on one side, I feel really, really proud to be human right now because I've never felt closer to people in China. I've never felt closer to people that are foreign to me. I've never felt like I'm more connected to them than right now. Ever. I've never felt closer. I never felt like this world was so on board with each other. But simultaneously, I think we also have to I'm a little bit worried about how afraid this makes us. Because I also saw this video recently about little videos from China getting out because I guess China has laws about the internet. It's very strict. And so different kinds of videos were coming up about that Chinese people were able to put online by using VPNs or whatever. And they were telling about the realities of things over there. And it's not like we would make you think like it's all cute and sweet and they got it all under control. It's not. Like, people are being packed into rooms, forced to get tests, physically pushed around. They don't have the same healthcare system over there that we have. And they never have. So it's like, if you don't have money over there, they can let you die. The only thing is they're not going to let you die because this virus is so contagious. But it still doesn't mean that they have respect for people who don't have money. And then the forced quarantines, people in their house for weeks, maybe a whole month, not being allowed out. Like, do we really want to get to that point over here? Because those are the realities I don't think at least Americans are seeing. They're all trying to make it like, oh, it's so good and quarantines are so special. And it's like, it's not. It's harsh. And having a government that comes down on you in a harsh way, believe me, you do not want to live in that kind of environment. You don't want to live you don't want to live in a country with a government that can literally close you in and push you around. You don't want to live there. But it's almost like in some ways, some of us are asking for that. I tell you, you want to take people's rights away? Just make them afraid. Give them something to be scared about. They'll be handing you their rights. They'll just hand it on over. They'll just be like, here, take my rights. Take them. Just whatever, go through all my stuff, do whatever you need to do to me. I don't need them. Just make me feel safe again. Safety is always an illusion. Always. It's not even like, it shouldn't even be our priority as we go through life. Because living in general isn't a safe thing to do. It's a challenge. And anything that's a challenge isn't safe. Anyway, fear, heart and soul, and Archangel Michael. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Please break through these people's craziness. Oh, let my family be able to enjoy our trip. I know. Ultimately, I just want things to work out, you know? I really do. And I think that they're going to work out for more of us, not just me, but for all of us. Oh, God. Fear. And what's so sad is fear is natural. It's something that's so natural to all of us. It's not evil. It's not, it's a road to evil. Desperation, need to control things is the road to evil. Fear is just, like I said, it's a stop sign. You know, it's okay, I don't feel comfortable. I'm going to stop and get more information. And then I'm going to proceed. That's all fear is. Need to control, need to think that you can do everything your way and have everything your way and make everything your way. That kind of mindset, that's the enemy. And it is an outcome of fear, but it's fear gone wild. When making your decision, take into account what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose love, not fear. Connection. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. Connection. Love. There's always another option, guys. I'll be the first one to get on that plane. I will. On March 25th, I'll be the first one to get on that plane. I am not afraid. I'm not. And maybe that makes me stupid. I guess I am stupid, but I've always been that way. I'm just not a person that's easily frightened. When a feather floats down from above, an angel is showering you with love. We keep getting that. And I keep saying, it's all around us. You know the angels are all around us. Love will get you through. Look at, choose love, not fear. Love will get you through. Choose love, not fear. Love will get you through. Choose love, not fear. Love will get you through. Your angels will only give you the challenges that you are capable of handling. I say patience. I say throw your hands in the air and let the reins go. That's what I say. That's what I think. In other words, faith. And don't try to control, try to understand. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. In our daily lives, I'm telling you, if you're the person who's willing to take a chance now, if you're the person who's willing to get out there and believe, this is the time to plant the seeds. This is the time. Because a lot of things are shutting down, and if you're not, you'll stand out. So if you've been having a hard time or finding it hard to get attention or to get people to listen to you, now is the time. Because so much is shutting down, the opportunities are open. I'm going to leave that there. Read some of these comments. We only have 10 minutes left. Hold on. Which signs were read already? Dude, it's not, I'm not reading sign by sign. I'm not reading sign by sign. All signs mean for everybody. Thanks, Jackie. Oh, hold on. This would be a good time for me to set up. Come on. This would be a good time for me to set up my administrators. Jackie, I just added you as a moderator. Oh, no, I just thought of a song by Eminem. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Nice. Nice. All right, yeah. Anyway. Oh. Yeah, no, if I called you a dude, I didn't mean to call you a dude if you're not a dude. I didn't. But this is just a general reading. The daily readings that I do, so if you're looking for by the zodiac signs, my romantic tarot is always by zodiac sign, by like individual zodiac signs. That comes out every Sunday. Every other week on the full moon and the new moon, I do full moon and new moon predictions. That's by zodiac sign. And then what else is by zodiac sign? That's pretty much consistently, that's pretty much all I do by zodiac sign. And then I release the weekly zodiacs. Every week I do weekly zodiac readings with their individual readings, right? But for the dailies, it's always all signs. Always. It's never, I'll never go into by sign. I'll never do that. Because it's just basically a time to talk to you guys. It's a time to connect. It's a time to be able to read some of the comments. You know, when I'm doing major readings, I find it hard to really like see what everybody's chatting about and stuff. And then that's not connection. And I like the connectivity, right? Do you ever do personality in each sign type of stuff? Do you ever do what do you mean personality? What do you mean? I don't really know what you mean by personality. I do my romantic tarot extended is who's coming towards you. So each sign will get like who they're going to be interacting with and the personality of that person. But I don't really know like personality of each sign. If that's what you meant. Is that what you meant? Characteristics per sign. Not in one huge reading. Those would be the kind of videos that I would do if I did like specialty, like understanding Scorpios better, understanding Cancerians better, understanding Aries better. That's what I would do. I probably wouldn't do one big long 2-hour video. Though a lot of people do stuff like that, one big long video. I have not done that yet. But it's a good thing to think about. Don't forget to follow her on Instagram. You rock. Thank you so much for saying that. That's what you meant. Yeah, that's really interesting to think about that kind of stuff. Because one of the astrologers, because once again, I'm not an astrologer yet, right? It takes a long time, and studying has not come easy to me, but I love it and I'm interested in it and I continue to work on it. Anyway, that would be the kind of video that I would say go to the astrologers for, because they'll be able to break down those characteristics. If you look under, because I have playlists on my channel, look under suggested viewing. I have a playlist that's called, I think, suggested viewing or recommended for you to watch, something like that. I think that's the name of the playlist. And I have a few videos in there that are really great. And one of them is by an astrologer. She's online. I think she's a witch. What's her name? Very dark, black hair, but bright blue eyes. But she does a whole rundown by zodiac sign, like your moon sign. Like if your moon sign is this is what you can expect, and this is your characteristics. And if your moon sign is this, like she does all 12 moon signs, and she's phenomenal. She's phenomenal. So go check her out. She's in that playlist. I know that video is in my playlist. But so far, I don't do readings like that yet. And to be straight with you, it's because I don't have the knowledge yet. When I have the knowledge, I'll come on here and share it with you guys. But I'm not going to pretend to be something that I'm not. Just can't do it. Wendy the Witch. It's not Wendy. It's not Wendy. It's not her name. It begins with an A. Aaliyah, Alicia, Alyssa. No, Michelle doesn't sound like fun to listen to. Doesn't sound like fun. What doesn't sound like fun to listen to, Roy? Is that the YouTube? You were born to do this. You are a natural. Oh, you are sweet. Thank you. That's really sweet. I appreciate it. What I have to do is take time, take the time, because normally I'll just jump on and do another video. I do so many videos a week. It's kind of crazy. What I have to do is take the time to actually study, to do the quiet work. The work that is actually work, but it's I don't consider it work because it's not active. It's okay. It can be passive. It can be reading. It can be ingesting and absorbing and taking information in. That counts too. And I have to get that through my thick skull. That's one of the hardest things for me, is to listen and to give myself time to learn, because I'm always about do. I hit my like on every video Michelle does. I appreciate that, Roy. Thank you so much, because that does help. It's not Stargirl. I watch Stargirl too. She's a sweetie, but it's not Stargirl. Because I know what Stargirl looks like. She don't have dark hair. Now she has bright blue hair. God darn it, what's her name? Just check out I can't check now because you guys are on my phone. This is going on my phone. But her name is Aaliyah. What's her name? What's her channel's name? I'm missing this information, but she's really great. And I tell you, I saved that video in my suggested videos. So go look at that, because it's a playlist. I put a whole playlist together. When I have videos that I really want you guys to watch, Divine Venus, is that her? Do I do alchemy relationships? Do you do alchemy relationships too? I don't know if it's Divine Venus. Really pretty dark hair. Yes, she is really pretty. She has really big blue eyes, really pretty, and she has dark hair. She kind of has a deeper voice. She's not talking like this. That's not how she sounds. She sounds like me. She talks from the gut, Yeah, that's what she sounds like. I like her. It could be Divine Venus. I don't know, though. I don't want to say yes because I'm not sure. So the nurse got to go to work now. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye to you, girl. And thank you so much for busting your butt for the rest of us, because we all appreciate those people who have the nerve to put on their little masks and draw blood from people right now. I gotta tell you. We all really appreciate that stuff. I guess I just needed to talk about this. I find Alyssa. Yes, that's her. Thank you, Bridget. Bridget, what's up, girl? I didn't know you were on here. That's my sister-in-law, everybody. Yes, Alyssa Tran. I think that's it. I think that's her. Yes. I think that's her. Yes. Hi, Bridget. I think that's her. Love you too. Oh, I love you too. I can't wait to see you guys. I'm getting on that plane, man. I even told Douglas, I was like, Douglas, because, my son is flying in this aerobatics competition, everybody. And I was getting the whole family together to try to go and see him. And I know people are canceling plans like crazy. But I told Doug, I was talking to him yesterday, I was like, even if your competition is canceled, I'm coming down there to see you. The thing is, his school might close. If he's on spring break right now, but if his school closes and they just have like online classes, he will stay down there for the competition only. But if the competition is canceled, then there's really no point. We need a vacation too. I need a vacation so bad. And you know what I was listening to? I will definitely, I can't wait. I really can't wait. I hope they don't cancel this competition. Guys, I'm trying to just be patient. I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm going to wait a week. I'm going to wait like it's 2 weeks away. We'll see what's happening. Because the money's already spent. It's not even, to me, it's not even about the money because the money is already spent. And I can cancel the hotel rooms like, 24 hours before. It's not a big deal. The money's spent. It's allotted for. It's good. But it's like just missing the experience, I'm coming to California, Amber. I'm coming to California. I'm absolutely coming to California. 100%. I'm not going to let it stop me. I mean, what is there to stop me? Just like getting sick? Being sick? I know some people will be sitting there first thing to dance on my grave because I got the coronavirus and died. You know what I'm saying? They would be the first ones to dance on my grave. I know. But those people have mental problems. They're evil. You know what I'm saying? That would be so gross. Think about it. One of my best friends said that to me. She did. She was like, I love you, but if you died of this, I would be at your wedding. I would be at your funeral laughing. And I was like, what? Maybe then you shouldn't be at my funeral. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are you my best friend or what? Yeah, because it's some people just want to be right. If that's a part of their character, they just want to be right so bad that even if it's at your detriment, it doesn't matter. Oh, she's hot, but she's psycho. A little bit psycho. That's the song that was just running through my head. It's come on now. But hey, listen, we all have the excuse, stay home from work from home. You know what I'm saying? Stay home, put your feet up, work from home, nap, where you can take naps when you work from home. There's good things about this, but still get together for dinner plans. Still get together with your friends. Still get together, man. People need people. We need each other. As much as we don't want to admit it. As much as we like to pretend. We're full of shit. We need each other. It's important. Well, I know this wasn't, usually sometimes I get a really in-depth reading, but there was so much else on my mind and on my brain, I think it had to come out. So I'm really, really grateful for you guys listening to me and being here while all this was coming out. Hey, JJ, we are social creatures. If we weren't social creatures, viruses wouldn't work. That's the truth. That's the truth. They're designed on our design. I'm going to get offline. I'm going to go exercise. Not going to lie, I might have a cookie before I exercise. And I'm going to go hug my puppy and feel New Orleans funeral. Ooh, Jackie. I'm going to hug my puppy because the truth is that always makes me feel good. She's got some puppy power to her. She is medicine for my soul. And I'm just going to feel better about this world because for some reason I feel good about the world still. I really, really do. I love you guys. Thank you for spending this Friday afternoon with me. Much, much. Kisses needs a sweater. A sweater? Why? You mean just for cute stuff? She would look cute in a sweater. It is cute. It is cute. But she's hot. You're welcome. Attila, you're welcome. I know sometimes like I say your screen name and it's funny, but it's actually, but I don't know what else sometimes I don't know what your real names are. It is cute. It is really cute, but she's hot. Like that's why I cut her hair, because she was so hot. She just wasn't comfortable because it was getting really hot in my apartment. So yeah, I know it would look cute, but she wouldn't feel good in it. I want her to feel good. Wash your hands. I wash my hands. I wash my hands all the time. I've been putting my Purell on too. I have so much extra Purell. I should sell that on the black market. Because I have so much Purell in my house because I don't ever use it. Like I never use it. I just wash my hands. I don't ever use Purell. So I have a bunch of extra. So Purell up in my house. Come knock on my door. No. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys later. Thank you so much. Show the cards before you sign off. Okay, hold on. Hold on. You're going to see my cleavage. Hold on. You're going to see my bedroom. You're going to see my face. There are the cards. Let me get this. See, move it. Okay. So there are the cards. There you go. Do you see everybody? You can see it? Maybe a little bit higher. Rotate the device. See, my phone's about to act up. I'm not rotating my device. Ugh. Can you see the cards? So fear, heart and soul, and Archangel Michael are here. And to me, that actually meant the most to me. But then you have all of these cards. The daily reading. I just feel like we're getting back together. Like all of this is going to actually plant the seeds for us to be closer to each other. Like there's a lot of manipulation, messing around with people, draining them. But we're actually going to learn to do, I think, take a little and make it go further than it used to. And these are the clarifiers that I started to pull, which is really good stuff. Overcoming the illusions, the delusions, the conflicts, the naysayers, overcoming all the competition, and using the blood on the battlefield to plant those seeds for the future. Connectivity, connection. I actually love this feeling. I've just got such an overwhelming sense and feeling of love in my heart right now. Maybe it's just because I don't know. That's my theory. Anyway, guys, I'm signing off. I will see you on Instagram on Monday. Hopefully I'll see you on Instagram on Monday. Talk to you soon.